Welcome back, Wolfpack Bros here, and let's start off Fan Fridays with a battle from Joyce. Now, this battle is actually kind of old when you look at it. It's the Enter the Dragon type competition, but it was submitted, so we're going to check it out, and it could be a good battle anyways, depending, no matter what date it was. Like, Pokemon hasn't changed that much in the last couple months, and seeing a Enter the Dragon type competition battle could get interesting. So it is going to be the Deontay Cresselia helping it up against the Meowstic Drifblim. Alright, so Meowstic Drifblim just seems utterly brutal, and Deontay, it's just going for that straight up protect. Not sure if that's going to really work out, because Cresselia's not going to have too much damage, and that means no threat on Drifblim for the first turn. So that's going to be the light screen setup, Meowstic taking, Drifblim Meowstic not taking any damage after that light screen. And I think we're going to see something interesting, because Drifblim does have the weakness policy. So super effective on that Icy Wind. It's at no risk, and it's going to get free double special attack and then minimize going to go +2 on that evasion. So the opponent not really understanding the Drifblim, and they're getting punished for it. So Deontay is going to be Mega Deontay and go for that Mega Evolution, and that's where we can have Meowstic, it can come in, set up that Reflect as well, if it is going to be a pure support Pokemon, and Cresselia with the Helping Hand. So trying to boost as much damage as possible on Deontay. There's a Reflect, so I'm not even expecting a lot of damage if it does manage to land on Drifblim, and Drifblim going to get another Minimize. So by using the Icy Wind, getting the weakness policy, Unburden is going to make it faster than Deontay this turn, because Deontay didn't Mega Evolve last turn. So now that Mega Evolve, it still had the slower speed, and yeah, that's going to be a miss on Drifblim as well, and just Meowstic not even taking damage. After the Reflect, even the Helping Hand boosted, not going to be a lot. Like, Diamond Storm is an alright move, but the thing is, since it has the split damage, well, actually it's really good because of that defense boosting, but since it has split damage and doubles, even with the Helping Hand, it's not going to be the most insane, and that's kind of what we're dealing with. So Diamond Storm going to miss again, and it's not, we've already seen it not do crazy amounts of damage to Meowstic, barely bringing it below half, and now Drifblim going for the defenses with Stockpile, but Weakness Policy Drifblim, definitely something you can run. I like the Citrus Berry just for like the comfort that I know I'm going to get off like 2 minimizes. I know I'm going to get the setup going in my favor. But with the weakness policy, we saw that that's a Mega Altaria. Yeah, it has to be Mega Altaria. It's just an Altaria, so Mega Altaria. And then it's going to get a weakness policy boost for free with all of those stats. Now the opponent switches out Cresselia, realizes there's nothing that you can do to this Drifblim, and Garchomp comes in. But even then, Garchomp isn't going to have much, so Thunder Wave isn't going to work. Drifblim going to avoid another Diamond Storm right there, and that's going to be Meowstic taking a little bit more damage, and there's the defense boost on the Deontay, but Drifblim, now it's at +2 on the defenses, +4 on the evasion, and it still has some attack and special attack, so it can really do whatever it wants at this point. And Garchomp landing an Outrage won't do too much. Rock Slide's not really threatening. Oh, it has a Swords Dance. So he is going for that setup, which could be alright, but with the Altaria, it's going to Mega Evolve, and then Garchomp can't use Stab on it anymore. So, wow, Drifblim. Alright, Drifblim's starting to get some luck right now. The Minimize. 2 Minimizes, 4 misses on the Diamond Storm. That's pretty crazy. Ooh, the Will-O-Wisp. So a little bit of tech. So, I mean, we have the Weakness Policy Will-O-Wisp. Now, Will-O-Wisp on Drifblim, definitely something worth considering, because you can go with the substitute, but if you have Will-O-Wisp, you just burn their physical attackers, so now you're effectively doubling your defenses against it, and then that's going to give you even better Minimize setup, especially if you already have the weakness policy proc. So it is something that you can do. Garchomp, I guess he doesn't want to stay in against the Will-O-Wisp threat, it looks like, even with the Swords Dance in its favor. Opponent going to use that Moonblast onto Meowstic. Meowstic will faint, and that's when we go into Clefairy now. So Will-O-Wisp going to burn Cresselia. Cresselia wasn't getting much done anyways. So Cresselia's burn. We could burn the Deontay. No, we can't because it has a magic bounce. Yeah, Reflex will wear off, and Altaria comes in straight up. Okay. So does Altaria have Psych Up then? Oh, that means there's a chance there's no Baton Pass. Just minimize, stockpile, Will-O-Wisp, and something else. If it's just going to go for the skill swap, or not skill swap, Psych Up. Interesting. So Helping Hand onto Cresselia, going to use that Diamond Storm. Drifblim's going to avoid the attack, but we're going to see a little bit of damage on the Altaria. It is a pretty tanky Pokemon. Ooh, still taking a big hit. I was thinking that, you Baton Pass it. Yeah, so Altaria does have the Psych Up. And with the Clefairy, I was thinking, follow me Clefairy. That way, whenever your Meowstic goes down, you make sure that Drifblim's going to get its stats off. And now we have that Altaria set up. So +2 on the attack, special attack. Could go for that Pixelate Hyper Voice and just be ridiculous right there. Drifblim finally eats a Moonblast, but it's set up too many stockpiles. Special attack drops, doesn't really mean too much. And Drifblim is the ultimate tank. So, I mean, you could baton pass that into Clefairy, and now your Follow Me Clefairy is indestructible. And Altaria... Now Altaria has the evasion, so Altaria is going to avoid that attack, and Icy Wind going to not affect it, so it's still got some good speed. Altaria going to Roost. So just playing it safe. I don't know. I don't know about this one. I feel like could have gone for a bit more... I don't know, like, this is weird right now, because, yeah, with the Psych Up, you do have to get that turn, you do have to play it safe for sure, because if it didn't get the evasion and ate a Moonblast, that could be very bad. But at the same time, like, I feel like you could have finished this game by now with the Baton Pass into Altaria or something with the Clefairy. So we're just going to... I want to see offense. I want to see this Altaria use that +2, though. So there's Clefairy. Altaria's going to throw out the Hyper Voice. Hyper Voice onto Deontay, going to be the one-shot right there. And it's almost enough to knock out the Cresselia. Burn. Is Burn going to do it? Just enough hit points for Burn to knock out Cresselia as well. So that's where it's at right there. There's the damage. There's the KO. And now we have Arceus. Oh, we got pretty Arceus over there next to the Garchomp. Well, Garchomp is definitely getting blown up by that. Clefairy with the Follow Me. Actually, the Arceus did have a decent chance, like, to use Judgment and really hurt that, I don't think it would have KO'd, though, because there was all that stockpile boosting. Oh my. Critical hit. Critical hit still isn't enough taking out the Clefairy. So the opponent got the best case scenario. The only way that you can really get over a minimize strat with the stockpile is you have to crit them, and you have to hit through the minimize to begin with. So Garchomp does survive with that Focus Sash. But yeah, it doesn't really have too much else going on for it. So Clefairy is going to throw out the Follow Me again. And now it's just, yeah, on to Arceus going throughout the Judgment. Clefairy avoids it this time. Garchomp with a Fire Fang. Clefairy's going to avoid that as well. And Hyper Voice is going to clean the field. So, I mean, this is why I feel that, you know, the Minimized Drifblim, it's an effective strategy outside of, like, just the VGC stuff. Because VGC Tournament, people break the rules. They're going to be an unsportsmanlike player. That means that you don't get that setup off. But online, you got a little more time. Even if they are time stalling you, that was an 11-turn battle. So 11 turns, 30 minutes, even if they're taking like full timer, you still have a chance of getting through that battle really well. And with Clefairy and Meowstic, it means that there's a little bit more tankiness, because that way the Pokemon, at least you have 2 Pokemon on the field, so if it comes down to a time stall, you might have more effective hit points. So that's something that we're considering with this. But overall, Altaria, it got stats. The Psych Up, I was not expecting the Psych Up. I only expect the Baton Pass, so that came out, and then Hyper Voice sweep from there. So if you guys enjoyed this video, that was the first Fan Fridays, and it was an old battle from the Dragon type, and we have more Fan Fridays coming up.